It's Ann Kaplan from Mom Me, your mama resource from conception to college. Wherever you are in your momming journey, we are here for you. And even this week, Christmas week, I am still doing all my regular broadcasts, and the theme in the group this week is Holiday Madness. Merry Christmas, everybody. If you celebrate Christmas, I want to wish you the most wonderful, merriest, awesomest Christmas ever. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I know we are here. We're in Michigan right now, so very, very jet lagged, but enjoying ourselves nonetheless. And I am hiding away in a back bedroom of my grandmother's home to make our video and stay on track with our schedule. And it's so lovely. I get to broadcast this time of day, which I don't normally get to do. So today is Tuesday. It's Christmas Day and it's Tuesday, and that means it's a Mythbusters Day. It's my day where I introduce our topic in a way that's going to help us kind of shift our mindset and make all the awesome tips and tricks that I'm going to be talking about the rest of the week stick. So I want to bust some holiday myths and mindset misconceptions that I find all the time with my clients get in the way of them being able to stay sane and really enjoy their holidays, and instead trend into like stress and overwhelm and a lot of times, truthfully, anger and frustration. So the first myth I want to bust is about that anger and frustration piece, which often comes from family drama. The holidays are this time of year that basically take all the little interactions and dynamics and microcosmic things that are happening all year long and bring them together in a really big kind of perfect storm way. And so the first myth that I want to bust when it comes to family drama is that the only way to avoid family drama is to avoid your family. That's not true. And if the me of today said that to the me of my probably like maybe 10 years ago, I would have just said, you don't get to know my family because it's drama, drama, drama. But it is not true. You do not need to avoid your family to avoid family drama. Sometimes we choose to set boundaries that also involve putting limits on how much time and in what ways we interact with our family. But most of the time, that's not necessarily the only option for us. We just get to this place where we're so frustrated we can't see a way out. And it seems like the only way to minimize that drama and avoid the tension and dynamics that can be really, really stressful and upsetting this time of year is to just not put ourselves in that situation at all. But you guys, the myth I want to bust about that is that it really is possible to minimize family drama. Even if you have a super drama queen person in your family, it takes two to tango, and that drama can only exist if two people are interacting with each other. So sometimes that feels like a little bit of tough love when I say that to my clients, because it feels like maybe I'm saying like, this is your fault, you're deciding to create this drama. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you have the option to choose to not perpetuate and not engage. And so that's something that we can talk about more one-on-one because it's a little bit challenging. But I just want to plant that seed with you when I talk about this myth. It's not true that you have to avoid your family to avoid family drama. There are other ways to handle family drama to totally nix it. And I just want to plant that seed for you guys to open up your mind. If you are dealing right now, this very minute, my phone is getting flooded with Marco Polo messages from my clients because they're in the thick of it. Mothers-in-law are saying things, sisters-in-law are doing things, moms and siblings and cousins and stuff are doing all these kinds of things that trigger us and make us deal with all of these little stuff within us. But I'll tell you exactly the same thing I tell my clients, which is there's another way, and let's backtrack and get our emotions on straight before we decide what action we're going to take and what boundaries we're going to set. So that's myth number one. Myth number two is that you have to create lasting memories. When I started polling my clients in this group for ideas about what big holiday topics were on everyone's mind, I was really surprised because I hadn't really thought of this for myself personally, but many, many people said that one thing that was really challenging them was this kind of feeling of pressure that this is this big day, it all comes to a head, this one day a year, and it's on me to create the circumstances and the environment and create these lasting memories for my kids, or I'm kind of letting them down. You guys, I want to bust that myth right now. That's cuckoo crazy talk, and way easier to bust in this whole family drama stuff. It's not on you to create those memories, because guess what, you guys? That happens on its own. It happens on its own that you're going to be creating these memories, and not because you're intentionally doing it, not because you've decided to sit down and mindfully plan a memory for your family, but because your kids are forming their own realities. And I bet if you sit down and think about the things you remember most from your childhood about your holidays, none of them were things that your family intentionally did, and probably a bunch of the things that your family intentionally did to create those memories for you didn't even land, because your reality and your perspective and the way that you interact with the world around you comes from you. No one else can guess that stuff and create that stuff and interject themselves and determine that stuff. So the best thing you can do for your kids in creating memories is just to relax, take care of yourself, and make sure that you're in the mindset to not be creating memories of, oh my God, my mom lost her mind or whatever, and then let the magic unfold the way it's going to. And the things that your kids are going to love and remember are going to blow your mind. So I really encourage you, after the holidays are over, to just say, what was your favorite thing about the holidays this year? What was your favorite thing about Christmas? What was your favorite thing about New Year's? You might be surprised at what your kids come up with. I have done that with my kids every year, and it's always like the stuff that I would say is never the stuff that they would say. So give yourself a little grace and relax that pressure to be like creating this childhood for your kids, because it's happening all on its own. It's just unfolding on its own. You don't get to steer the ship in that stuff for sometimes. And the last thing I want to talk about when it comes to Mythbusters is this idea that everything needs to either be planned or it needs to be totally unstructured and pandemonium. You guys can still have this really awesome dynamic and room for spontaneity and going with the flow and doing things that aren't part of your regular routine, while still maintaining some semblance of structure, maybe nap schedule, bedtime schedule, those kinds of things. And if people are giving you crap for it and calling you a fuddy-duddy or whatever, that's a bunch of BS, and you know that. You're the mom and you know what's best, and never, ever, ever put other people's opinion before doing right by your child. So go ahead and say, well, I can't wait to spend the holidays with you. Just letting you know that nap time is at this time and my kids go to bed at that time and whatever. But that doesn't mean that the whole time has to be totally unstructured and you have to be at the whim of everything happening around you. That's not the case. And I know for a lot of my clients, it's really stressful to feel like all of a sudden their lives are out of their control because it's the holidays. That's not the case. So I hope that's really helpful for you guys. I hope that you are watching this while you're taking a little bathroom break from some crazy family time or whatever. But whatever reason or however you're coming to watch this video, I just want to wish you guys the most merriest of Christmases and the most happiest of New Year's, and I just love you guys all so much. I will be broadcasting again tomorrow about the holidays when you are expecting a baby. Overdoing it over the holidays. I've got some funny stories to tell you guys about my own experiences doing that. I have 2 holiday babies, so had plenty of opportunities to act like an idiot while I was pregnant, right before giving birth. And on Thursday, I'm going to actually do some tips and tricks and how-to stuff with you guys on how to cut the holiday madness down. Love you guys so much. Have an amazing week. Merry Christmas. Bye.